Welcome back for the premiere of the Divine Partnership. Those of you that support the channel, a very big thank you. Those of you that do join our membership for the content ahead of the crowd, thank you also. Let's get into the read and see what is coming up for your twin flame path. Now, as mentioned, I really do predict between this month and next month, we are going to be entering into a new domain and a new level with the twin flame path. So don't be surprised if you see in the comment section twins coming into communication. I definitely have coached twins that have moved into union. And yes, if those blockages are there, we can actually work on those things to ascend you to that next level. As mentioned 100 times over, you can't lose your twin. Sometimes psychologically we do feel such, but definitely it is a changing of the tide season. Now, let's have a look at this ruin cast and what I see coming through for the joint connection. And I hope you do join us for the super chats that are hosted every Sunday in the morning at 9:30 a.m. I'm going to sit here and tune into this, and I will be with you in a moment. Okay, now this corresponds with mankind, Aquarius. Very interesting because we do have the transition of Pluto this month moving. Now, I do feel also this is a sudden change. This is a time where on a mundane level, this is linking to the self, the individual family member, friendship, association, race intelligence, race memory, and personal intelligence. On an esoteric level, transcendent consciousness, the individual as a micro shaman and a spiritual healer. And again, it can be the Virgo energy, the higher heart chakra. We do currently have planets in Leo, which does link to both identity, sun, ego, direction. It's going to be very bold. Okay, so it reassures us that we are who we need to be. And it was funny because I was just talking to a client earlier, and really I was saying that the vivacious us spiritually is coming to the forefront, and especially because we will next month have Venus moving retrograde. We can get that shadow energy this month. What we will find is with Venus and Leo, we're really going to be looking at that frequency as we do move towards Venus and Leo. Really being the true vibration of us, big hair, bold, vivacious, identity, moving forward, courage, conviction, heart, really having love and empathy for other people, but also for our own personal path. No more and no less. We are dignified to have been made in the likeness of God and that of. As such, we are in a privileged position. We have the capacity to transcend our frail mortal body and ensure in the eternal consciousness of a whole. Humanity is a marvelous thing and worthy of being cherished. In reverse, we are counseled to honor the mystery and resist the forces of materialistic pursuits that threaten to destroy our relationships with the universe. Know who you are. Now, it's funny because the crowning energy, it is in reverse. So we can be second guessing ourselves in the joint connection. We can be looking at spiritual connections, especially because by the time we reach the 11th, we are having Pluto ingress back into Capricorn. And so some old subjects, and I definitely feel karmic situations that have played out over the last 20 years and people, places, and things that have really resonated within our lives, we're going to revisit. This can feel like a Mercury retrograde. It can feel that we are going backwards to move forwards. And some of those things we visit can be things that we directly need to have in our life still. Some things will simply be cast out because they no longer resonate with us, but we're really having that revisit to it so we can get spiritual closure, so we can end these cycles and come up trumps and really have a more in aligned vibration for this new chapter that we're moving into in the age of Aquarius. Let's have a look at the crowning energy You're going to be shocked. I kept seeing full card, honest to God. I do feel it was really coming through for me last month. And I definitely feel this is coming in the upright. So at the moment, we're not believing in ourselves. We're feeling as though this new chapter is not coming. But I do feel, like I said, it's going to feel a little bit like a Mercury retrograde. We're going to have things from the past coming up. We're going to be moving forward with conviction. But at the same time, we will be willing to make sacrifices for past people, providing they are working with us. I do feel whatever you work through this week is going to take you to a brand new chapter, because coming out, it has come out in the upright, and on the screen, it's coming out in the reverse. So spiritually, what I'm getting is you're going to be working through something to get it to a point you can have this brand new chapter. Some of you may avoid it, but nevertheless, a new chapter is coming, and it is going to be for the best. Now, I do see to the past, we are looking at the discord that we were enduring, and really what you're going for is happiness, bliss, conducive frequency, and a celebration. Some of us also, I will make mention, there is a potential that we could go into requiring pacifiers, and that's probably more than likely because this month we are going to be having both Neptune and Saturn moving retrograde in the house of Pisces. So from your ascension portal, there is a potential that you might want to tap out. You might want to do things of a Venusian style. You could be discarding things that don't resonate with you, but also becoming very resourceful. And I do feel in the heart space, linking to your twin flame path and the joint connection, is that you want to have the outcome be positive. You are pouring the energy into that cup for this given reason. And I do feel both divine masculine and divine feminine at the moment are raising the benchmark and really fighting for their beliefs of this connection. If any dark energy had been around, I do highly advise to protect yourself, because you're so much stronger than you think. And I think this is a portal in which you do need to protect your energy. Any psychic attacks that come in and make you believe that this new chapter is virtually impossible, you need to literally go back to the point of knowing what this ruin cast says. And that is not so. You have all the power to make that happen. You have to go back to the compass and know that you have everything that you need to be the full version of who you are. And nobody can ever take from you what is truly yours. You're in the powerhouse. This spiritual connection has power. People are trying to influence it. You know who this person is. They could be swaying your identity and your feelings towards them. This could be making you very, very angry. Your vibration also, because of the waiting stage, could make you angry. You need to move back into your vortex. I do feel both parties here in the mix are going to defend each other. And I do feel this is worth fighting for. And it is going to take both parties in the mix to make this work. But regardless, if you are not in communication with this person, do not misinterpret their defense mechanism for you. They are definitely defending you at this point in time and protecting you. Divine masculine here in the mix, looking back to the past. It does see that individuals did manipulate them, but they also, at points in their journey, gave permission to that. They are disappointed in the false starts. They are disillusioned by the false starts, and they are deeply, deeply valuing you. This really is coming to a head where the pain and the feelings of the regret is really taking a spiritual toll on them. And I feel it's this month they're having a revelation that they're willing to fight for things, and what they need to let go of, they're chucking to the trash. They want something that is really happening, and how do I put it? It's almost like they're willing to fight for something, but it's to fight for something that feels like family, to fight for something that feels that it's accepting of the good and the bad and the ugly of them as a human being. They're no longer willing to be the doormat for other people. Some of them may have lost homes, they may have lost connections, they may have put a lot of energy into these things. And I feel like it's not that they're saying, gee, I wish I didn't do that. Of course they feel that. But it's, gee, wow, my wealth is so much more. It's my heart. It's my effort. It's my energy that can never be replicated by somebody else. Yeah, they're really leveling up here in the mix. They're really realizing how much they're physically worth. These third party situations are making them so cross, so frustrated, and they just don't want to attract that same vibration back into their life, and they're not empathizing with these individuals any longer. I'm hearing the term Dorothy, Dorothy, and it's like clicking the shoes, the red shoes. And so home is where the heart is. They're really feeling as though you are home. We do have the Fool card here, and it's like, yes, do they feel they were foolish, to jump in the deep end, to move towards other people? I failed to upload it, but we've got the Fool card here. They're really regretful that they didn't start off with you instead of another person, but they do understand they had a lot of growing to do. Now, you might have had two paths, Divine Feminine, in the past, and there could be a current situation that you're currently dealing with. This could be two paths. This could be a left and right in the sand. Whoa, this is jumping out. This is always the way it happens. You could be thinking, okay, in relationship to the past, in relationship to where it stands and what's going on with your twin flame connection, you could be thinking, look, I just got to leave this in the past. This is this person thinking about me? Is this person wanting to bridge with me? And I feel because of that, all of a sudden, you're getting some information. This is either coming from your guides, this is coming from a feeling of being pulled back. This path is hard. This path is taking a toll on your heart. But this path is asking you not to shortchange yourself. Some of you are going to get visitations in the night. This can be either in the 5D or through in the 3D. Just as you come to terms with things is when I'm hearing the term darkest before the dawn. And I feel just as you're ready to walk out that door, this person, you're going to get some gossip. You're going to have some information that, something has come to a head. Some of you are feeling, gee, if I move forward because I feel this person's in a physical karmic relationship, am I really going to regret moving forward? Because there's this feeling, there's this hunch energy. You'll be willing to make a sacrifice, but you really want to know that it's over. You just wish you had that understanding of where you stood right now. I just get this feeling they're going to call you. I get a feeling that something is shifting. You're going to get some gossip. Yeah, some of you are feeling because you're moving forward, it means that you're not on your path anymore. And it's so polar opposite. Moving forward, sometimes it's a little bit like placing chess pieces on a board. And unbeknownst to us, we're almost like playing Jumanji, right? And so you subconsciously can feel disillusionment. I'm letting go. It's not happening. I really love this person. I don't want to choose somebody else. Somebody's coming in to test you. And it's not that you can't choose happiness. It's not that at all. But if it's not in alignment with you, you just simply won't choose it. What's crossing the cosmic connection is the fact that you psychologically are feeling if you're moving forward, it means you're going without your twin. But where they're placing you, especially if universe is preoccupying you, it is so that you are getting the pieces so you can have your celebration. But you're looking at it so differently. Universe is asking you to really trust the process this week. Divine Masculine spiritually is going through this. They are not behind. They are right next to you. Every time you have a spiritual breakthrough, this person has one. They are definitely thinking about marriage in the mix of you and them in the future. And this is not far away. This is every time you have a breakthrough, they psychologically are joining you. Keep doing the work, Divine Feminine. You are so close. Hope to see you next week. If you do want this content ahead of the crowd, please come through and see the masculine, feminine, and karmic that was released on Friday. Or if you do want the next week's content, come through and join a YouTube membership. I will see you for the super chats and for our star signs. Love and light. Take care, beautifuls, and I'll see you soon.